We get to ride today, and we're gonna ride the Jasper Disaster.
Yes.
And another one.
We get to ride a
ferry
across.
We like ferries.
Yes. So we're gonna pack up.
Both kinds, by the way.
What?
Little ferries.
Oh.
We made it.
I think we found the Grand Canyon of the Ozarks. We're Rich and Chris. We hit the road in April of 2020, traveling on motorcycles. There are so many ways to get out and explore, but just remember, it's not what you ride, but that it's your ride. Base camp is all set up. We're in the Irby campground. The bikes are unloaded and blam, we are ready to go riding. Here's the deal. We came in from
What's the deal?
I was going to say just the way we came in. Between when we scouted this campground out all right, we found Irby Campground, and when we got back here to actually camp in it, they had laid down some gravel and they have not come through yet, and
they didn't lay it down, they just dumped it out of a truck.
Yeah, they haven't rolled it yet. It's really rough and we don't want to take the bikes through it because we just don't feel like we have...
It's soft.
It's soft, yeah. We don't feel like we have the skill level yet. So the easiest way to be is to leave the campground and turn left and head back out, but we're not going to do that. We're going to head out the way to Irby Horse Camp, which is a little longer, but I think there's some cool old buildings that we can check out along the way. Kind of running out a little bit of time because the days are getting shorter and it took us a while to get here and get set up. So, all right.
We're good now.
We're
ready to go.
We'll see you out on the road. Yesterday. Today looks like it's going to be a rainy day in camp, which is fine because it's absolutely beautiful here. If I have to pop the umbrella up and go for a walk and do some exploring is what we'll have to do. The weather forecast when we checked it yesterday when we were out said 100% chance of rain. What I didn't do is check, like, is it 100% all day? Is it 100% at noon and then it's gone? So we're just kind of guessing as to what the weather's going to be. So we'll just sit back and enjoy what it brings. And you know what I really should do is I should get a bucket of water and I should go wash the motorcycles in the rain because they are really, really dirty. We are at Irby Campground just outside of Jasper, Arkansas, and it's about 6 miles down a dirt road, but base camp is doing exactly what we wanted base camp to do, which is to get down into some free camping, dispersed camping, some off-the-grid camping, whatever you want to call it, and then explore the roads. So that's what we're staying here for a little while and gonna check out the area. But Today has kind of been a gloomy day. Supposed to be 100% chance of rain, but it kind of comes and goes. So I'm going to make a mad dash out before it starts raining again and just do a little exploring. All right, first find of the day. Right behind me is a site that was excavated in 1986. What they found was evidence of base poles for what they thought would be a large wood and bark-based shelter. Okay, yes, I do know it wasn't, you know, mowed and landscaped back then. But I just find it fascinating to think that, you know, Native American Indians not only walked here, but actually lived here right next to the Buffalo National River. They named it a national river before it could be dammed, which was supposedly in the works of trying to dam up this river. But since they named it a national river, that was a big no-no. So what we have today is the Buffalo National River in all its glory that it has been for hundreds of years, hopefully. All right, Irby, Arkansas. Here's a little history on it. Irby was named after the postman's daughter in this area. It's called the Parkman Hickman Farmstead, and the early pioneers, this is one of the first houses that was built. In the late 1830s, Alvin Parker and his brother Greenberry came here from Tennessee and established this farm. It's now listed on the National Historic Registry of awesome and famous places that you want to go check it out. But here's what I wanted to show you. Over here is what they call the log barn. Behind the log barn is the board barn. And then you have the granary next to that. Over here you have what they call the storage shed or the garage, and behind the garage is the chicken shed. Then you have the main log house. To the left of that is where they would grow their garden, and then they would have an orchard over here. Behind the house is what they call a smokehouse, and then behind that, further back, you can barely see it, but that is an outhouse. All right, of course you have the ever-popular outhouse. I always seem to search these out. I don't know why. Is this a one-seater or a two? It's a one. On the patio of the Parker Hickman farmhouse. And oh my gosh. I could picture a couple rocking chairs out here. Got the rain kind of coming down nice and soft. And you just got this beautiful view. It's a very peaceful setting. I kind of think it was probably a lot rougher living here. I'm not for sure how much time they actually got to spend on the front porch relaxing, but it's just absolutely stunning piece of property. It's another day, and I drug Richard on a hike today. We ran through the historic cabin again, and now we're on our way over to what they call the historic cemetery, where some of the plots are supposed to predate the Civil War. So,
really? Predate?
Yes. And we're getting rained on, but that's okay. We had to get out of the camper. we had to go for a walk. We can't ride motorcycles, so we figured, yeah, let's go for a walk. So that's what we're doing. Wow. So, all right, we're in the Cherry Creek Cemetery, wandering around. I don't know why I have fascinations with old cemeteries. I think they're really cool. A lot of these grave markers don't have dates in them, though.
Just are stones.
Yeah, they're just stones, so we don't even know. Besides who was buried there, don't know anything about them.
9-day, 1858, and died November the 24th, 1882. So she was only 30. She was 20, age 24.
Margaret Farmer. So there's a lot of farmers and Hickmans up here.
1879. Man, he died young. Nathaniel.
When was he born?
Born
1816?
1816. That was when he was born.
Yeah. When did he die?
1846. So 30-some years old.
Okay, so we found one. He totally predates.
He missed the Civil War.
He did.
Died at a young age.
Nathaniel Villamers. Okay. Wow. So be careful.
Be careful standing up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have seen me the last time I backed out from underneath here.
Did you?
I was backed out. I backed out past the bikes before I stood up.
And why is that?
Well, because I got a knot here that's just now healing on my forehead, and one on my top of my head when I ducked down into a little cave.
Yeah.
Smacked my head, and then, you know, I cut my toe. Yeah, it's just been...
Yeah. We're still adjusting to living in a camper. It's kind of yeah, beating us up just a tad bit. Make sure when you close the refrigerator door, you click it. You hear a clicking sound.
Or as you say, the satisfying click.
Yes, the satisfying click. How did we learn that one? Because see the refrigerator? You don't hear anything, right? You have to give it this satisfying little... See that? Hear that? We got to the campground and we opened up the camper. This was open and all 12 eggs was on the floor. Just, it was like a scrambled egg mess all over, and yeah.
This is why these are out for the past 3 days getting wet and rinsed.
We've had 3 full days of rain, and now it is time to go and hit the road. So that's what we're gonna do.
We get to ride today, and we're gonna ride the Jasper Disaster.
Yes.
And another one.
Yeah, we kind of headed out for a real quick ride the other day to ride part of the Jasper Disaster. So actually this route is a kind of a combination. Jasper Disaster and what they call the Twisted Lady, which is named after the infamous outlaw Belle Starr. It's called Twisted Lady because I guess that was her nickname, or that's what she
sounded
was.
like she was a little twisted if you read the history books.
Yeah. She's an interesting character.
Yep.
Look her up. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm ready. After 3 days, we are enjoying the sun and soaking it up. Yes, it is very nice. All right, we're almost ready to go out on the road. Actually, we noticed that one of our exterior locks on base camp actually isn't locking. So Richard went to do a quick fix on that, and then we're gonna head out. Yeah, so I have to say, it has been 3 days of solid rain, drizzle, gloomy, overcast, cold, windy, yeah, you name it. We've been very comfortable in base camp. We are itching to get out on the road. We are about 7 miles down what they call Irby Campground Road, and I'm just a little nervous about getting out and seeing what this road is like since it's been raining. They clay these roads, and then they throw a layer of gravel on top of them, and then they roll it in, so hopefully we'll be fine. I'll be fine. Wish me luck. Almost to the paved road of 7, and this way actually has been a lot easier than the other way that we took. The gravel that they put down the other day this way has been graded, and lots of cars have been gone through it, so it was much easier on the bike than what I anticipated. And yeah, looks like we made it to the end. Oh, pavement!
Yay! We made it.
I think we found the Grand Canyon of the Ozarks.
as Grand Canyon of Arkansas. That's what it came up as.
Oh, okay. So this is what the Grand Canyon of Arkansas looks like, and it's very impressive. Oh, so this is the deepest canyon in the Ozarks.
Yeah.
That's cool. Huh.
Yeah, 1,400 feet below here. See the Buffalo River right there going?
Yeah, yeah. Is 130 feet long, 20 feet wide, and early settlers reportedly used this arch to move their wagons and livestock across the stream bed during wet weather. And we're going to take a quick bop down here in our motorcycle boots because why? Because somebody forgot to bring tennis shoes
and hiking boots.
and hiking boots. And the whole trail is a mile and a half. It's a loop, but we're going to do a little shortcut. We just want to see the bridge and get back on the bikes. That's the plan anyway.
Yep.
Alum Cove Natural Bridge appears to be so sturdy. I would take the truck, Jake, and base camp over this thing and not worry about it.
I don't know where we'd go, but, but yeah.
Yeah. That's if we could get it down here.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing is like...
We'd have to fall off a cliff and then go over this thing.
Yeah, but this thing is enormous and solid and not what I expected at all. It's a short hike from the parking lot to the top of the natural bridge, and then it's another short hike down to the bottom. Highly recommend that you go to both because, yeah, very impressive. What's called the Boxley Valley, and there are these great huge massive meadows off to the right, and there's supposed to be elk herds that will come in prior to 8 o'clock in the morning and around 4 o'clock at night. Unfortunately, we hit it about 3 o'clock.
2:45.
Yeah, so they were not cooperating with us, and we decided to motor on down the road. You can go to there's an elk, I don't know what it's called, education area or something, and they have an elk viewing. They didn't send the memo to the elk that that's a viewing area, and so I guess you rarely see elk there, so.
Yeah.
It's a great day of riding. Got a fire going. Now we're making some dinner. Gonna call it a night.
Okay.
Two quick things. We wanted to let you know where we have found some of our routes that we've been doing here around the Harrison area in Arkansas. And it's called Arkansas Motorcycling.
Did you get that?
No, it's not called
Guide.
that.
It's a guide.
Okay.
Let's try that again. It's Arkansas Motorcycling Guide.
Yes. And just Google it. You can look it up. And actually, what is really cool about it is they cover all the scenic rides throughout the entire state of Arkansas.
Okay.
That being said, we're going to do our last ride in Arkansas today. Why? Because it's getting cold. We need to go south. Last night it was in the 30s. It's just, even with our camper. So we came up here with the intention of riding. They have like 9 routes up here. And we came up here with the intention of riding all 9. Well, we've really only done, today will be like the 3rd one. So today we're going to go on what's called the Peel Ferry Route.
Yep.
We get to ride a
ferry
across.
We like ferries.
Yes. So we're going to pack up.
Both kinds, by the way.
What?
Little ferries.
Oh, okay. We're going to pack up and get out of here before Richard grows wings and flies away. We'll see y'all out on the road.
I spend most of my time viewing what I want from the outside. I comb it over like it's the scene of a crime. The only guilty I
Stop here. In case you're interested, this building's for sale. I don't know how much they want for it, but it would be a cute little house to have. I think we're in Dog Patch.
place just waiting for a green light. But I can't lie, wait for someone else to say I can live my the only comfort I've found is blending in with another crowd. When things go wrong, we'll pass the blame around. 'Cause I can't wait for someone.
First departure is at 6:40 a.m. Ferry departs approximately every 40 minutes. Last departure is 6 p.m.
But I keep asking for permission. No, I keep asking for permission. No, I keep asking for permission.
When they dammed up the White River and created Bull Shoals Lake, they covered up Arkansas 125. So the Department of Transportation, Arkansas Department of Transportation decided to create this ferry so that there was still access into Missouri. So here we are on the ferry. Now you want to find some place for lunch?
Yeah. Actually, let's go this way.
Okay.
Looks like there's something over here up at Creek Park. It's an Army Corps of Engineer leg or part.
Okay,
Maybe we can just come over here and have lunch.
sounds good. Question.
The question is, do we want to go into Branson and come down 65, which is a 4-lane blacktop, right?
Yes.
Or do we just want to
Turn around?
180 here, get back on that ferry and run back over,
Yeah.
run back down the way we came?
You know, originally this route is a loop, which is all the routes up here are loops. But like you said, you know, to go down a
Yeah, we want to do
65, which is basically a freeway.
it. 4-lane, yeah. Arkansas 65.
Yeah.
Busy road, lots
Yep.
of semis probably.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay,
But-
cool. We're going to turn around and say hi to the boat guys again.
You guys just got off.
That's it. We went over there, had lunch. Had lunch at the,
Yes.
what is it called, Buck Creek?
Yes. Buck Creek Army Corps of Engineer campground is where we wandered on in and had a quick bite to lunch. Beautiful little camp
Yeah, it's
spot.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to come back here and camp.
We'll need to do that,
Yes. All
for
right.
sure. Awesome.
All right, so the route ends here at the Buck Creek Army Corps of Engineers campground. Yes, because taking the ferry back across and coming the way that we came is fun.
A lot more twisties
So-
and ups and downs.
So we're gonna go have some fun. We'll see you back at base camp. Okay, so I have been looking for this spot for a while, and we just are coming back from our ride to the Peel's Ferry and back, and we just pulled over because there was slow traffic in front. We thought we'd give them a little space, and we found what I have been looking for and hadn't found till now. This is the spot that they pulled the marble out of the ground to make Washington's monument
In DC.
in DC. So this is way cool. This is where the marble came from. By Beller and Hart Brothers from this hill in 1836. So after we leave here and you head home,
Yep.
we're gonna head to and stop at Buc-ee's. I've never been.
What? You've never been to Buc-ee's?
While you were in the bathroom counting the 23 urinals, I was still shopping. This is on the top 10 list. Salted, sea salted caramel beaver nuggets, and oh my gosh, banana pudding. Thank goodness for those grips.
Huh?
So thank goodness for those grips.
Oh yeah, that's one reason why I got this. I like this rim, but not only that it was wide, is that it had plenty of